Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Lions nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Wentz now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. Now the wolf. Get the mic. Put it to him, check. Cover. Put it to him.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
They can't stop you.
An 18-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Jamison Crowder on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing is Wentz. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Got three. Three down.
19-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. Oh, you going to take?
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48. Yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 48.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the slip. Hayward.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Jackson now off the bootleg, steps away, and he's going to keep it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Buccaneers 28, Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Go. 120!
He's coming. Check in. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Going 58 to the mic. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to you. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike, small. Ready?
From the gun, Jackson. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. This one complete to Christian Kirk. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
1st down, Detroit.
Go. 180!
Mike 5-4. You go night. Don't go night.
Wentz now on 1st down. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
At the 17-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Sunday.
Now Wentz again. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here I come.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, it's White. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Ready? 70, Indy.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Track 3, track
X3. 218, hit it.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 25 on second down, Wentz, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wentz now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Now Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every great time.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They stay on the ground with White. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have that being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, Wentz looking deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8. Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, D. Check it out.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run for White. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, 7 yards there and a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Wentz to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Lions.
Go.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Wentz going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wentz, and he connects with Ertz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start the drive with White, and he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's White. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Done. 120.
55. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 43.
Lefty.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wentz to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And back as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And they take a knee. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded at the 33. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go to base. We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's put him on the hook.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, I'm off to the airport. Charles will be on I-4 back to Windermere as we say so long from Tampa.
Have a nice trip. I'll be home before you even take off.
Lucky.